Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. I want to share with you a little bit today about the village, the importance of having a village, creating a village, being a part of a village. That keeps you in a unit. It keeps your support system great. It keeps your mind great. It helps you be a part of a community, a sector, a thing that will help collect you in a place that you need to be. I talk to many people and that talk to me about different things that's going on in their life. And I ask this question many times of, what about your village? Where's your village? Are you a part of a village? Right? And a lot of times they're kind of like stunned, what is he talking about? You have to be a part of a village. You got to have a village. You need to make sure there's a village existing in your circle, in your life, because the village helps keeps you together. It helps plant you. It roots you. It lets you know that you do have help. There are people there who can give you what you need. I got a call, I think maybe yesterday, and someone called me about volunteering in our organization. And I said, absolutely, we need volunteers, right? And she began to tell me about things that they would love to do. They like to teach our young girls how to cook from scratch. I said, Lord. I said, oh, that would be awesome for us, right? Because we know as the generation changes, so does the customs, right? But in a village, right, we teach those things. We teach, how we can, uh, self, contain, how to be able to make sure that we're able to keep things going. Somebody knows how to cook. They're the best cook in the village. Somebody knows how to sew. Somebody can make stuff out of wood. They can build, the tables or whatever. I mean, but you're self-sufficient. You're capable of being able to talk to anybody in your village for whatever your need is, right? Whatever it is. Your car messing up, you got a mechanic. You need some paint done, you got a painter, right? Somebody needs to, brush up on their head. You got somebody who can do that. Whatever it is, your village is your strength. It's your power, right? You could be able to go to, from door to door, house to house and say, hey, little Jackie's don't start feeling well, she's been having these headaches. And somebody in the village is a healer. They say, I'll be over in a few minutes, right? Nancy Sue is saying, she's about to go in labor. Okay, we got somebody who can do that. Whatever it is, in the village. I know to some of you it sounds so far-fetched, right? Oh, well, you're talking about, back in the 60s. And no, I'm talking about right now. Some things we should never have changed. We should never have changed coming out of a village. We shut down villages and build cities. And in the cities, people become so distant. You're in a city, in a congested area, and yet you don't know who your neighbor is. You don't speak to the one walking beside you. You're walking down the street, everybody's in a rush, right? You're in the city. The city, sets a whole different, momentum, right? It's a different step in the city. But in the village, it's more intimate. It's more personal. We're concerned about you. We can look and see that you need help and have no problem helping you. It's not a whisper. There's not a whisper. We don't need a newspaper. There's no whisper going on about it's a shame with so-and-so. No, we don't say it's a shame. We go and help where we know you're weak. That's the village. The village knows things, and it doesn't go in to condemn. It doesn't go in to contaminate. It comes in to help. What can I do to help you? What can I do to build you, to strengthen you, to encourage you, to enrich you? Sometimes entertain you. But that's what the village does. And everyone needs one. If you don't have one, seek one out or create one. Create a place where you have people inside, your go-to. How I think it was a sales service that said, your fave five, you keep them and, on your first five people that who are important to you, right? Your emergency contacts, whatever. But I believe in your village. When I talk to people, I said, where's her village at? Right? She's talking about all these problems she's going through. She's telling me she's struggling so hard. Where's your village? Because the village makes sure you don't struggle by yourself. The village ensures you that you know you're never alone. You are going to always be good. You sure don't change. That's what the village do. They make sure, you know, those things are taken care of. You can't pay that bill. The village makes sure it's done. You ain't got to go out here and tell everybody your whole business, write a whole book just to see whether or not they're going to say yes or no. No, that's not, The village will make sure you're good because the village makes sure, they ensure that we all are going to be taken care of. It's a security in the village. You're secure. You feel good about your village. You know who's in your village. And everybody can't get in your village. They might don't belong to yours. They might need to go into another one, right? Because when you have somebody coming, you know, people join, right? Like they join anything. But before you accept them in and say, yes, you're ready for our village, you take them through all kinds of tests. Because you know what you want in your village. You know the people you want to have. That you gravitate towards. The ones you know who are going to be, positive for your village. You don't want anybody coming in that's going to, take advantage of those who are weak. The village makes sure that our elders are taken care of. Our widows are made sure they're taken care of, right? You're looking after those you're supposed to look after. You don't have to worry about, things falling apart. But, when someone else decides they want to come in because they can see, oh, you got an awesome village. And there are some people who are going to come because they need to be a part of our village. And they're good people. But there are some that sees the village and want to prey upon them, right? And those are the ones you got to make sure you keep out of your village. I don't care how fancy they talk, how much money they got, how good they may look. They don't belong in your village. Because they only come, to tear it down, to plunder, and mess it up. Do not allow everybody in your village, in your life, in your whole way of thinking, the way you do things. It may be different than what somebody else does, but this works for us. It's a relationship. It works for us. This is how we do things. I heard a song, I think it's called Whip Appeal, right? And somebody said, I heard there was trouble at home, but we got a way of communicating, and this is how we communicate. And it may not work for your house. It may not work for your village, but this is how we do it, right? And that's how when you set up your village or when you become a part of a village, you have to understand, there are rules and guidelines you must abide by in that village so that it may remain strong, it may stay in peace, and it's full of love, right? And anytime you feel like, you have outgrown your village or, you feel like, I don't want to be a part of it. Hey, you have the freedom to walk away, but don't contaminate it. Don't mess it up. Don't try to destroy it. And don't bring people in that, don't mean the village any good. The purpose of a village is to help each and every one in there to maintain, to be strong. We need that more than anything this day and time. Our world has been shaken by so many things, right? Stress is everywhere. Everybody's in a rush, including me. We're in a rush. We're busy. We're kept busy all the time. We're so busy. We're missing things. And I get so tired of missing stuff. I told my son this morning, I said, people hate that I'm working. I said, I got complaints on me working because they want me back home. And I want to be back home too, right? They want me back home so I can be at their beck and call. I said, my house is begging me to come back. My plants want me to come back. My yard said, please come back before. I got friends and sisterhoods that are saying, I miss you. I can't reach out to you like I want to. And I'm trying to get back to y'all. I'm trying to get back. And I really am, right? Because I know that I am someone that has been set in the village, right, to do certain things. And I want to be available, even though I've been called out for a moment. And I know it's for a moment. It's not permanent. It's not long standing. But for this moment that I have been called out of the village, I try to peek back in and come back in and do what I can when I can. But I know that, my need is in the village. I am needed in the village. I need to be there, right? But right now, this is where I'm at. But every day, I miss my village. I miss being able to be where I need to be. Somebody had something happen and I missed it because I was somewhere else doing something else for, for another sector, another place. And even though I enjoy what I'm doing, I don't complain about that. But I love more than anything my village. And that's the importance of it. You got to love it. You got to love doing what you do. You got to love being who you are and making things happen because you're there, right? In your village, there's a need for you. You got to find what your need is. What is it you do so well that people will be marketing you? They'll be seeking you out in the village, right? You're not looking for your name to go across, limelights and billboards. You're just trying to make sure that your village is taken care of to the best that you are able to do, right? Whatever the need is, whatever, you find yourself to be able to do. We need to do that with a smile on our face because there are so many people waiting for us. Babies are waiting for us to teach them, right? Ladies are waiting for us, to show them things, direct them, And when a lady was talking about volunteering and teaching young ladies how to cook from scratch, I got excited. She said maybe to knit and crochet. I got more excited. To do canning and preserve. I said, whoa, I'm going to get in that class. Right? Because those are things I miss. My mother could have taught me that. If I had sat still long enough, she would have taught it to me. But I thought it was more important. I wait until she finished, and then I just got, what she did, instead of learning how to do that for myself. So when people are reaching out for us, to learn things, we have to understand, you never know what you might need. But in the village, you're going to have everything you need. Find a village. Be a part of the village. Build a village. Maintain your village. Understand the importance of it. And be the best you can because you're a part of one. If you're a part of a village, be the best that you can be because you need that and they need you. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. I hope you have an awesome day. Be blessed, be powerful, let your light forever shine. And until we meet again, you continue to hold up. Blessings to you. Love you.